So to sew the lined cowl, or the unlined, the first step is to put the back seam together and sew that. With the lined one, you want to make sure that your lining pieces are together and your main pieces are together. I've used the same fabric, but I've put the grommets on one layer, so I need to make sure that the grommets are all together on the same one. For the unlined cowl, you're just going to fold over the edge and hem it. This would be the edge with more curve to it, the unnotched edge. You can see I've got notches along this edge to mark up with the neck hole. So you want the edge without the notches. Okay, so for the lined cowl, you place them right sides together and then sew with the regular seam allowance along the unnotched edge. Okay, so that's sewn, and you can see that even though I have a serger, I've used my sewing machine for this. I tend to use my sewing machine for any seams that are going to be fully enclosed, just because they tend to be less bulky that way. But you can use your serger on these seams as well. And if you're doing an unlined cowl, I would definitely use a serger or use a sewing machine with a zigzag stitch to finish the edges. Okay, so let's flip this right side out. But you want to give it a good press. For sweating it like this, I would definitely use a pressing cloth in between the iron and the fabric. And then you're going to top stitch it an inch away from the edge to create a casing for your drawstring. If you're not using a drawstring, then you could top stitch right close to the edge if you wanted to. After top stitching the channel for the drawstring, you can overlap the front of the cowl at the notch. The notch is right there. And then turn your dress or top inside out. And you're going to put the cowl inside the neck hole. Fold and mark the front, center front, and match that up with that center notch, front notch on the cowl. And then the remaining notches should line up with your sleeve seams. Right there. And then sew all the way around. And here's the cowl attached. So all we have to do is thread the drawstring through, hem the sleeves and the bottom, and it's done.